Stupid decisions like closing the Gisborne to Napier rail line.
Tim McIndoe.
Mr Speaker, what a wonderful time it is to be a citizen of the mighty Waikato. Last time I spoke in this House, I celebrated the stunning come-from-behind win of the mighty Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic over the Melbourne Vixens in this year's ANZ Championships. The first New Zealand team to win that competition, and they did it in style. Had I not been speaking in the context of the Joint Family Homes Act repeal bill that afternoon, some might say it was more the contortion than a context, I would have treated the House, Mr Speaker, to a rendition of You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Because what a privilege it was to be at Waikato Stadium just about 10 days ago to watch the Chiefs thump the Sharks 37-6. 37-6 it was. And, Mr Speaker, I was there a week earlier for that heart-stopping semi-final against the Crusaders. In fact, I have to say that night I empathised with the bloke who wrote to the Herald demanding, after the Rugby World Cup final, a refund of three-quarters of his ticket price on the grounds that he had been sitting on the edge of his seat for the whole night and hadn't used most of it. Well, what a great battle that particular game was between the two best teams in New Zealand. And I want to say congratulations to Craig Clark, Liam Messam, Dave Rennie, all the players in the support crew of the mighty Chiefs franchise. I'm very proud to be the MP for Waikato Stadium and, in fact, Minogue Park, our netball centre, in this House. And we're all so proud of our Magic and our Chiefs players. But wait, Mr Speaker, there's more. Our Olympic successes have been widely celebrated, and nowhere more so than in the Waikato, where our rowers train at that superb high-performance centre that we now have at Lake Karapiro. And we're so proud of Mahi Drysdale, Hamish Bond and Eric Murray, Juliet Haig, Rebecca Scown, I have to say all of them. And, in fact, also of Mark Todd, that maestro of an equestrian rider, the remarkable Mark Todd, also a Cambridge boy. And so it goes on. Didn't they all do so well, and we in the Waikato are so proud of them? Well, Mr Speaker, it is no coincidence that in such a successful region, every electorate is held by the National Party. Because ours is a region of doers and grafters and achievers. And ours is a party and a government that backs these people, backs those who work hard and believes in them. Unlike the negative and divided bunch opposite, we are focused on what needs to be done in very challenging times, just as our Olympians and our top sports people dug deep through those very challenging times of their various seasons and showed what hard work can achieve. And we see that spirit, Mr Speaker, every day in Canterbury, as those who have suffered so much roll up their sleeves, cope with the cruel blows that they have suffered since September of 2010 and work towards rebuilding that beautiful city of Christchurch and their wider region. And this government stands shoulder to shoulder with those people of Canterbury. Our commitment to Canterbury's recovery is unwavering, notwithstanding the very challenging times in which we all live. We have committed to the most ambitious goals imaginable for delivering better public services for New Zealanders. And already we are seeing some spectacular results, particularly in the health sector, where we're seeing shorter waiting lists, less time in the emergency rooms. We're getting people through, they're getting the operations, we're not having to send cancer patients over to Australia. There is so much more being delivered for the health dollar thanks to the impressive leadership, the vision, the strategy, and we're proud of it. But we can do even better, because getting better public services is all about prudent use of finite resources. Not as the opposition would tell us, particularly those on Planet Labour, that there's money aplenty and you just keep on finding it from somewhere, but actually realising that we're in the real world and that we have finite resources and that it's clear vision and good leadership that's required. Well, what do we have opposite? We have a leader, I think he was a leader, who's disappeared somewhere in the regions. And you know the extraordinary thing about it, Mr Speaker? His colleagues haven't even noticed that he's missing, so they haven't yet sent out a search party for him. Ms Mackey just told us that we need stronger regional economies. Well, absolutely, Mr Speaker, so we do. So why does she and every one of her colleagues over there oppose every measure that this government has put forward in order to achieve that. Every one of them they have opposed.
Ian Lees-Galloway.
Mr. Speaker, I've seen more coherence